Good morning. Ooh, I like the new tune. Not that much. Honestly, am I going to have to use a quieter voice? Good morning. Welcome to Kitsap Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. Whoever you are and wherever you have come from, for this hour we here are one gathered congregation, and all, if you could see my script, it's underlined, all are welcome. Please rise in body or spirit to join in singing our musical call to worship. Enter, rejoice, and come in. This is hymn number 361 in the gray hymnal.
Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
Sound awesome. There's a little ring, just a little. Okay. My name is Liz Roberts, and I use she, her pronouns. I have very short, dark hair, wear glasses, and this morning I'm wearing a black and white outfit with a pop of red. I've been a part of this beloved community for nearly 30 years now. In this time, I've done many things, including serving as committee member, a board member, a part-time employee oh so long ago, a member of our choir, a lay leader, and a member of the auction team. Stay tuned, we're talking about that in a few minutes. KUUF is the place my family and I turn to in times of need, but also in times of great joy. And it's a treat to worship with you on this sunny fall morning. Our guest speakers this morning are members of our very own Faith Formation Team. This is a newly formed team whose goal is to bring experiences to KUUF's congregation that will enhance the spiritual growth and understanding of ourselves and our community as a whole. Each member of the team will introduce themselves as they present. Know that if you're visiting this morning, we really welcome you, and we hope that you feel welcome here. Please participate as you feel comfortable. If you're here in person, fidget toys and a rocking chair are available for your wiggles and sensory needs, and we have assistive listening systems available. If you need one, just see one of our ushers. You're also invited to stay and meet people during coffee hour. Now, many members of our congregation attend online, and if you're visiting online, we welcome you this morning and invite you to introduce yourself in the chat. Now Let Us Sing, celebrating 75 years of this beloved place, is the theme of our auction. And as a member of the auction team, I've had the responsibility of doing some publicity. So you've heard from me this week a lot. And I have the responsibility, but more than that, the privilege of telling you that there is much to sing about this morning. So far, you, yes you, look left and right, look, you have helped raise, as of 10:20 a.m., just 16 short minutes ago, 90% of our goal. So let's So while we're singing and we're celebrating, there's much work to do. And there are just a few short hours, less than 8 in fact, remaining in our auction. Now there are 20 events, services that still have room for you. And what I mean by this is there might be a party where they said there's 35 seats available and there are still seats available. I have highlighted those 20 items for you. They are on posters. You will find them in both restrooms and above the coffee. No, you laugh, people, but if we don't raise it now, you'll be raising it later, right? So anyway, more importantly, did you know that bidding ends at 6 p.m. tonight? So you better set an alarm and be ready. At 6 p.m., there is extended bidding for a few items. Extended bidding? I thought the auction ended at 6. Well, if there is active bidding in those last few minutes, the bidding extends by 5 minutes. If there's no active bid, then it's over and that item is closed. But if you are hot on an item and you bid and then someone else bids, it will extend indefinitely until one of you gives up. Okay, last week we said there were 3 takeaways. I also have 3 takeaways this day. 1, check your bids. 2, increase your bids. And 3, help us exceed our goal. And remember, while there is much to sing about, we still have much work to do. After the service today, members of our auction team will be in the foyer if you have questions, and they'll also be across the breezeway in the admin room in case you want to view any of the lovely items in person before you head home to bid. Thank you. There are a few other things going on in the life of our fellowship, not just the auction. I'd like to call your attention to events after the service today. They're listed on your order of service. So one I really want to highlight is an adult education program. Our own Eric Harold will be speaking, and I invite you, I'll tell you more about that later, but I invite you to stay after the service. Please take this home as a reminder of things that happen in our fellowship, both monthly and this week. More announcements about KUUF's activities are available in our weekly email newsletter, The Candle, and you can sign up for that on our website or in the foyer. All right, will you please silence any of your electronic devices you don't need to be monitoring for the next hour? And then let's take a few centering breaths while we do that. We acknowledge that the land on which we gather this morning is the Aboriginal territory of the Suquamish people. Expert fishermen, canoe builders, and basket weavers, the Suquamish live in harmony with the lands and waterways along Washington's Central Salish Sea, as they have for thousands of years. It is here that the Suquamish live and protect the land and waters of their ancestors for future generations, as promised by the Point Elliott Treaty of 1855. Our opening words today are from Kathy Smith, the Director of Family Ministries at Unitarian Church, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. She says, "Faith formation is learning the ways our spirit interacts with the world we see, hear, and touch, and the mysteries we cannot experience with our physical senses. It is creating ever-deepening ways to keep our spirits healthy and growing." I'd like to welcome Trey Jackman to come up and light our chalice this morning. Trey is relatively new to KUUF, but has been a member of other UU churches and fellowships in California and in the Southwest for 10 years. Trey is the newest member of our Faith Formation Team. Trey uses he, him pronouns and describes himself as a disabled transgender man who is married and has 2 fur babies. He spent 17 years as a vet tech and feels passionately about both mythological and earthly animals. Join me now in lighting our chalice. If you have your own chalice or candle at home, please light it as I read our chalice lighting words. We light this chalice for our children and youth and for us, celebrating the flame of faith lit in each of us, honoring the light each of us bring into the world, rejoicing in the community we create together. This is the time in our service when we usually do the spoken affirmation, just we all say it together. We're going to do it a little bit differently today, more like a responsive reading. And don't worry, I'll guide you through it. I want us each to listen really carefully to the words that we speak each Sunday. I'm going to say them first, then I'm going to ask you to repeat them. And as you say them, I'd like you to give thoughtful attention to their meaning. The words, as always, will appear on the screen, and I will start. We gather as a caring community, seeking life's deeper meanings.
We gather as a caring community, seeking life's deeper meanings.
Seeking life's deeper meanings, that is faith formation, an ongoing process of learning who we are spiritually. We value diversity and affirm the worth of all living things.
We value diversity and affirm the worth of all living things.
These are our shared values that guide us as you use. We strive to speak truth and love, to act for justice, to grow in spirit, and to care for the earth.
We strive to speak truth in love, to act for justice, to grow in spirit, and to care for the earth.
Here, in this line, we're describing our everyday efforts to live up to these values, to be who these values describe us to be. We don't always do it perfectly, and we continue to strive to do so, and we grow through our efforts, both the successes and the failures. We celebrate with open hearts and minds the creative power that sustains and transforms us.
We celebrate with open hearts and minds the creative power that sustains and transforms us.
Each of us has our own beliefs and a creative power that sustains and transforms us, whatever that might be. As a community, we celebrate our diverse beliefs and those creative powers that are nurtured here in this specific beloved community. Thank you so much for participating in that with me. Your careful attention to these really precious words. They express why we're here as individuals and what we strive for as a community. Now please rise in body or spirit to join in singing hymn number 194, Faith is a Forest. It's found in your gray hymnal.
Faith is a forest in which doubts play and hide. Insight can hear the small voice deep inside. Web of life, may this thread I weave. Strength and commitment to all I believe. Vision be my guide as I seek my way. Lead me into this tender day. Speak through me in all I do and say. Seeds of both meek and strong are scattered in air. Dignity shines undimmed by bigotry's glare. Web of life, may this thread I weave. Help me bear witness to all I believe. Justice be my guide as I seek my way. Lead me into this tender day. Speak through me in all I do and say. Fortune and famine ride the wave winds of chance. Sorrow and pleasure seem united in dance. Web of life, may this thread I weave me devotion with all I believe. Mercy be my guide as I seek my way. Lead me into this tender day. Speak through me in all I do and say.
I'm filling in for Melinda Hughes, our Director of Lifespan Faith Formation, this morning as she is homesick. So I get to read you the story. This month, our theme is gratitude, and this week we are specifically exploring gratitude and the ordinary. How gratitude helps us notice small but amazing things. And I'm going to read you a book by Douglas Wood, who, on the flap, I don't know if you read about the authors on flaps, but I always do. You get information. I love it. Anyway, he lives like someone else we know in a small cabin in the woods, of Minnesota. He's a studied naturalist, and Douglas Wood shares his knowledge of nature as a wilderness guide. And he's written for us this morning, The Secret of Saying Thanks. The world is full of secrets, gentle, shy things that some people know and some don't. The best secrets are the ones that make us happy. And the best thing about any secret is sharing it with someone else who wants to know. Perhaps you'd like to know a secret, one of the happiest ones of all. You'll surely find it for yourself one day. You'll discover it all on your own, maybe when you least expect it. You might discover the secret at dawn. A morning like all other mornings, the sun climbs up over the edge of the earth and begins to fill the world with light and warmth. It touches your cheek with a golden ray, and you say softly, simply, thanks. Thanks. Thank you, sun, for the gift of a new day, for all its choices and challenges, for all the beauty that it brings. Or sometime, perhaps, you'll notice a flower, as if for the very first time, and thank it and all of its bright brothers and sisters for the grace of their blossoms and the sweetness of their breath, for coloring your path and reminding you how easy it can be to smile. Or you might discover the secret when you find yourself under an old tree and grateful for cool shade on a hot day. Stay a while beneath its limbs, remembering where there are the good and gentle gifts of all trees over all the earth. Forests to explore, leaves to sing in the breeze, and roots to hold the earth in place. And simple lessons in how to grow. One long day, you may stop to rest upon a rock, a silent stone that's been waiting age upon age for someone to come along and just say, thank you. Thank you, all stones and rocks and pebbles and hills and mountains. Thanks for your silence and patience, for standing still and not changing in a world so full of noise and speed and change. You may find the secret when you hear a bird sing and feel grateful for the gentle music of the skies, for flash of wing and brightness of feathers, for the good company of graceful creatures who dance upon the wind. And perhaps you'll remember to thank all creatures who swim or crawl or creep or burrow or climb or run. Creatures with fur or feathers, horns or hooves or scales or shells. They remind us of the mystery and beauty of all life, and they save us from a great loneliness here on our small blue planet, sailing among the stars. And those stars themselves, tiny twinkling beams from far, far away, farther than you can even dream, that give us just enough light for dreaming or wishing upon. Don't forget to thank them and the soft, shining moon, the night sun that helps us find our way in the dark. Beneath the moon, the earth's waters are spread with silver, lakes and rivers, ponds and puddles and streams and oceans. It is the water that make the magic of life possible. Perhaps one day, taking a cool drink or paddling a canoe or swimming or splashing in the sun, you will remember to say thanks. Thank you, waters, for sweet drinks, for cool swims and reflecting sunsets, and for the gift of life itself. Maybe you'll find the secret in your own home, sitting around a table with people you love, giving thanks for good food and the good earth that gave it, for the many hands that prepared it, and for family and friends to share it. Perhaps one day you'll feel the secret when someone is holding your hand or kissing away tears or hugging you close or reading you a story or tucking you into bed at night and reminding you to say your prayers. Or it might be in your bedtime prayer itself, as you say thanks for sun and moon and stars and rocks and trees and flowers and waters and birds and animals and all those who love you and the love you feel for them. For here is the secret, if you haven't already guessed it. The heart that gives thanks is a happy one, for we cannot feel thankful and unhappy at the same time. The more we say thanks, the more we find to be thankful for, and the more we find to be thankful for, the happier we become. We don't give thanks because we're happy because we give thanks. I do love that story. I know we say that whenever we read a story, whether it's Melinda or me or someone else, but we carefully choose these stories to reflect a theme, and that idea of noticing small little things is really, really important. As a religious community, together we can do the work of many. By sharing in the sacred act of giving, we transform gratitude into generosity towards our mission. One way that our mission inspires us to act on our shared UU values is to share our weekly offering with a local nonprofit agency providing services within our larger community. Our charitable giving recipient for the month of November is our local Bremerton chapter of the NAACP. If you would like your offering to go to this month's charitable giving recipient, again, the local chapter of NAACP, please use the envelope that was inside your order of service. And if you need an envelope, just raise your hand and one of our ushers will bring you one. If you would like your offering to go to KUUF, just put it directly into the basket. Instructions on other ways to make your gift, including a QR code, will be on the screen. Let there be an offering to strengthen and sustain our beloved community with a gift of music from Brian Kenny on piano and Josh Sellers singing Rising Green by Carol McDade. And Meredith Howlett on flute.
My blood doth rise in the roots of yon oak. Her sap doth run in my veins. Boundless my soul, like the open sky, where the stars forever have lain. stars forever have lain. My hands hold the weavings of time without end. My side as deep as the sea. Beating my heart sounds the measures of old, that of love's eternity. That of love's, that of love's, that of love's eternity. I feel the tides as they answer the moon, rushing on a far distant sand. Winging my song is the wind of my breast, and my love blows over the land. And my love, and my love, and my love blows over the land. My foot carries days of the old into new. Our dreaming shows us the way. Wondrous our faith settles deep in the earth, rising green to bring a new day. Rising green, rising green, rising green to bring a new day. Rising green, rising green, rising green to bring a new day.
Please rise in body or spirit to join me in singing our children up to their class. The words for May You Go With Joy will appear on the screens. Now is the time for our joys and sorrows. When shared together, our joys are amplified and our sorrows lessened. As a note, I want to let you know that we are so grateful for our caring committee. Please know that they reach out to anyone who requests a follow-up regarding a joy or a sorrow. Because sometimes you hear things out there in congregation and you don't quite know what's going on behind, and we wanted you to know that someone is following up with people. We have several. Regina May writes, "Great joy," she says, quote, "I found a wonderful garden club and we need more members." So, I think the message is if you are interested in a garden club, see Regina. Diana Tyree Eddy writes, too, she has a joy. Her joy is that SNAP, also known as food stamps, is okay for now in Washington State, in our state. She follows up with a sorrow, however, also about SNAP. SNAP is on insecure footing, and food banks cannot possibly fill the demand. She writes, "I saw a mom of 4 small children at a local food bank wait with her kids for over 90 minutes. If you have ever waited with even one child for 90 minutes, times 4, just to get enough calories to feed their little family." Diana, thanks for bringing that to our attention. Jack Peterson writes, his sorrow is that his sister-in-law Rhonda is in the hospital with a blood clot in her leg. Josh Sellers celebrates a joy, successfully moving into a new home after a sudden and unexpected need to move. Right. And we light one last candle for those joys and sorrows that are still too tender to share. Please join me in a moment of prayer or intention. May our faith be a light that illuminates the path before us so that we can face hurt with love, cultivate compassion, live humbly in community, and confront despair with the awe of life. May our faith shine bright before us. Amen, and blessed be. Please remain seated as we sing hymn number 391, Voice Still and Small, as our congregational response. You'll find 391 in your gray hymnal, and the words will appear on the screen. I believe we are. I think the words will guide us that way.
Good morning. My name is Ginny Sugimoto, and I use she, her pronouns. I am a silvery, gray-haired woman dressed in a multicolored jewel-toned dress with flesh-colored glasses. My husband, Mark, and I have attended KUUF since 1988, and our family has found a spiritual home here and are blessed by being part of this beloved community. I am happy to be a part of our newly formed Faith Formation Team, working with Jude, Larisa, and Trey. I am also the new co-chair with Bonner Sams of the Committee on Shared Ministry, the facilitator for Child Circle number 2, and I'm a member of the Garden Committee and the Ways and Means Committees. I want to thank Liz Roberts for her 3 years of service and thoughtful leadership on the Committee on Shared Ministry. So I'm going to turn your attention to the yellow order of service. What really draws us here to be in community with each other? It is our 6 shared values with love at the center as represented by the UU flower on your Order of Service cover. These values include that which we hold inseparable and deeply interconnected. These values guide our behavior and decisions and give us a shared vision to be part of our Unitarian Universalist faith and our beloved community. We are strong because we are diverse and inclusive and open to others' ways of being and seeing. So please join me in a call and response of our shared values by turning to page 2 in the Order of Service cover. I will read the highlighted core value and you respond with the deeper expression of that value as written. It should come up on the screen as well. Interdependence.
We honor the interdependent web of all existence and acknowledge our place in it.
Pluralism.
We are all sacred beings, diverse in culture, experience, and theology.
Justice.
We work to be a diverse, multicultural, beloved community where all feel welcome and can thrive.
Transformation.
We adapt to the changing world.
Generosity.
We cultivate a spirit of gratitude and hope.
Equity.
We declare that every person is inherently worthy and has the right to flourish with dignity, love, and compassion.
We come to KUUF with our personal beliefs and we are committed to the values upheld here. They are what make us want to stay, but they are not static. Through learning and studying, we develop a deeper understanding of these values and of our own beliefs. This is what faith formation is. Now please join me in a moment of reflection, followed by our post-reflection music.
I am Larisa Harris. I use any and all pronouns. Don't have to worry about that one with me. I am relatively new to KUUF. I've been attending about a year. I have intertwined myself as deeply as I can right now. I currently help organize the LGBTQIA+ potluck that happens every fourth Friday. I lead, that's at 6 to 8 p.m. And I lead one of the creative groups. I also am on the Faith Formation Team. So if you are looking for fun ways to get involved, feel free, I'll help find you something. In the immortal words of George Michael, you've got to have faith, faith, faith. At KUF, we tend to talk about faith without using the word. Today, we're not going to let you get away with that.
Good morning. You'll hear more from that lady in a bit. Good morning. My name is Jude DeFatta. I use she, her pronouns. I have shoulder-length salt and pepper hair tending towards salt. Today I'm wearing a patterned pink, white, and gray jacket over a white top. I've been attending KUUF for about 2.5 years now, started in the summer of 23, and I became a member in the fall of 23. I love this community. It nourishes me, it gives me a sense of belonging, and it helps me to grow my faith. We love you. I've been a spiritual seeker my entire life. As a kid, I was exposed to 3 traditional Christian religions. They all said they were right, and the others were wrong. Well, I thought they couldn't all be right. When I went away to college, I started my own search of what I believe and what I put my faith in. After much exploring, I have a set of beliefs that fit for me. When I went in search of a spiritual community, I found the values of UUs and the expression of my faith. What I am in my faith is a Unitarian Universalist. You see, faith and belief can have 2 different meanings. The word faith originates with the Latin word fides, V-I-D-E-S, I may not be saying that right, meaning trust, confidence, or reliance. Faith denotes a particular kind of attitude, characterized by a way of being in the world, a way of relating to oneself and others. It's not believing something, it is being someone. So what's the difference between one's faith and one's beliefs? The Cambridge Dictionary defines belief as the feeling of being certain that something exists or is true. We come to KUUF with our beliefs, and we have faith in the values upheld here. That is what creates and sustains this community. The Unitarian Universalist organization defines faith as a personal and ongoing journey of spiritual exploration and meaning-making. The personal and ongoing journey of spiritual exploration and meaning-making. Faith formation is dynamic. It's ongoing in our lives through everyday learning and growth, in our personal and shared experiences. I think that's it for this one. Now, Larisa.
I would like to tell you a story about how my faith developed. I invite you to think about how you came to understand your personal concept of faith. There was a time when I would be seen skipping down the stairs at an old stone church in Tacoma in a dress and tights with my hair done up in pigtails that would bobble because you have to flounce and bounce, and clicky clacks, otherwise known to the real world as patent leather shoes. Everything about that church experience was chosen by my mother, down to the clothes I wore. I enjoyed Sunday school because it was an activity with other kids my age. Several years later, you'd find me at a different church, in a dress until coffee hour, singing in the children's choir, continuing to enjoy Sunday school. At this point, I could tell you what my family believed, what church was about. I knew how to light the altar candles and understood the general order of service. In junior high, I took our confirmation class, where I learned the history of that particular denomination and that congregation. I was starting to be able to say what I believed, and I was beginning to define my own faith. Although I was still trying to figure out why it was such an important thing for me to wear a dress when everyone knew that I would be in jeans 5 minutes after the close of service. As an adult, I continued to align my faith with what I was raised in, as I first explored life beyond the bounds of my parents. That lasted until I wrote a Sunday school lesson on the Book of Discipline, otherwise known as the rules for being a Methodist, and how they changed over time. I started evaluating if what I personally believed actually aligned with what the church was saying I should believe. I ended up taking several years exploring my beliefs and opportunities to worship with others. I even trained to lead others in Wiccan rituals. It helped me narrow down further what I do and do not believe. Then I wandered into Woodinville Unitarian Universalist with a short Technicolor haircut, my t-shirt and jeans, and got my first introduction into what being a UU was. I realized that my internal faith matched up very well with what I was learning about UU. A move in life interfered, and it took me several more years until I walked through the doors of Kitsap Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. With a more masculine haircut and my ever-present t-shirt and jeans, in that time, some things were redefined and clarified among Unitarian Universalists, leading to the 6 shared values around the core of love that we talked about earlier. I can now say with pride that not only am I a member of this congregation, but my faith aligns with the religion that is Unitarian Universalism. Most of us go through similar steps of faith formation, where we move from doing what we are told or asked to do and following along, to eventually actively interrogating what we believe and then finding the correct alignment of our beliefs and our worship community. We often cycle through these stages repeatedly as we continue to grow and evolve as people.
We're kind of tag teaming. So, the Faith Formation Team knows that there are a multitude of beliefs in this community. Unitarian Universalists are agnostics, they're atheists, they're theists, and everything in between. UUs have many ways of naming what is sacred. Some believe in God. Some don't believe in God. Some use the term God. Some believe in a sacred force at work in the world and call it love or mystery, source of all, spirit of life. Some don't believe in any of that. Some of us chafe against the words church and religion. Some of us don't. For those who struggle with defining our UU community, I want to put forth the idea of yes and. It's okay to think of our community as a church, if you choose to do so, or not. It is also okay to think of UU as a religion, or not. As an organization, the Unitarian Universalism is defined as a non-creedal religion, meaning we are a religious group that does not require members to adhere to a statement of beliefs. Instead, we focus on shared values and a common covenant. What creates our community is our shared values, the essence of our faith.
The Faith Formation Team feels strongly that our church community is enriched by the fact that all of us, from our smallest visitor and childcare to our longtime members, have different needs for faith formation. Through providing opportunities to learn not just the history of our faith community, but also explore ways to enrich our own spiritual practices and be actively welcoming congregation, we enable that lifelong process of personal faith development. We each participate in the elements of faith formation that match our individual needs. As we attend groups together, take advantage of learning opportunities, and work to strengthen our individual faith, we will also strengthen our faith community. Offering faith formation opportunities will help visitors and new members build stronger connections to our community. For our longtime members, these opportunities offer a chance of spiritual renewal. The Faith Formation Team is made up of members from our fellowship who work in tandem with Melinda Hughes, our Director of Faith Formation. We work together to offer a variety of educational opportunities. The Faith Formation Team offered the 3-part series from the Transforming Hearts Collective, focusing on widening the circle to a better understanding the trans experience and how, as a living community, we welcome and support our trans members. In the future, we plan to bring 3 focuses to KUUF. We will continue to find programs that widen the circle of inclusion and diversity. We will offer programs that examine UU values and history, and also programs that teach spiritual practices to deepen spiritual growth within the KUUF community. Our current team, as you heard earlier, is made up of Ginny Sugimoto, Trey Jackman, Jude DeFatta, and myself. We welcome additional members who would like to be involved in the spiritual growth of our congregation. And most importantly, we want to know how we can support you on your faith formation journey. Come play with me. All right. Please rise, embody your spirit, as we sing our closing hymn, number 1008, When Our Heart is in a Holy Place, in the teal hymnal. The words will also appear on the screen.
in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place. We are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place. When we tell our stories from deep inside. And we listen with a loving mind. And we hear our voices in each other's words. When our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place. We are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place. When we share the silence of sacred space. And the God of our heart stirs within. And we feel the power of each other's faith. Then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place. We are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place.
That is what I'm talking about. Whew. All right. After service, speaking of educational opportunities, please join the Adult Education Committee in the sanctuary after coffee or during coffee hour at 11:50 for a talk by longtime KUUF member Eric Harold. Eric's talk is going to be on Kitsap's Unhoused, a view from the Salvation Army. Feel free to grab a cup of coffee or tea and a treat before coming back in for this important discussion. Speaking of involvement, for those of you who are looking for a place to literally plug into our community, our tech team, not the tech team, our tech team is looking for additional members. We've had some longtime members of our tech team move away, and we miss them, and we were grateful for what they did while we were getting ramped up during COVID. But it's time for you to stop by the tech table after service today and inquire about how you can get involved. The tech team is a vital link between our beloved in-person community here on Sunday morning and the people that either because they have to be at home and view our services, or because they don't live in Washington State, because we have viewers from other places. We need our tech team to be there to support our streaming services. So this can be a wonderful way for you to give back. There's no public speaking required. But if you want to do that, we can help you there too. So anyway, we want you to help give back and live your UU values. And the tech team is right over here. Will you two raise and wave your arms? Thank you so much. Woo-hoo! Yay. Thanks for your consideration. After the service, please enjoy coffee, tea, and treats in the foyer. There are so many people here today. If you're visiting today and if you're willing, would you raise your hand so we know to say hi to you? Thank you so much. Excellent. And Trey, will you extinguish our chalice as I read our chalice extinguishing words and our closing words? This is from Maria Harris and Connie Goodbread. Faith development is all we do. Unitarian Universalism is all we teach. The congregation is the curriculum.